summer in Kansas City, and that means pool time. With us today is Wes Detrick, owner and operator of Northland Pools, to share with us some important safety information to keep in mind when we're at the pool. Today's backdrop is the Cabana and Pool at Staley Hills, a Hunt Midwest community and one of the nearly 40 pools that Northland Pools maintains in the Kansas City North, Gladstone, and Liberty area. Wes, tell us a little about your business.
Well, we have a commercial service company. What we do is we service homes associations, country clubs, and occasionally a city pool. We provide lifeguarding services, professional maintenance services, and ultimately professional pool management services. We're a member of the Association of Pool and Spa Professionals, and we have a renovation business.
Great. Now, Wes, tell us the difference between a lifeguard and a pool attendant.
Well, a lifeguard is somebody that's been trained, certified in life-saving, CPR, and first aid. We're a Red Cross provider. They're basically there to enforce the rules at the pool, keep it safe. An attendant's somebody that might monitor the gate, make sure the people there have their passes or their keys. They'll be responsible for testing the water and upkeeping the facility.
Okay. Now, we know as parents the importance of slathering our kids with sunscreen, but what's some other pieces of advice to help us keep the kids safe at the pool?
Never swim alone. Always keep an eye on your children, and obey the posted rules. They're there for a reason, and most pools are required to have rules to keep it safe.
Is there anything that we should consider about the safety of the facility?
Well, you always want to make sure you have a good sturdy fence surrounding your pool area. You want to have a self-closing gate. You want to make sure you have a ring buoy like this one nearby in case of an emergency. Also a shepherd's hook and a phone that dials 911. Also, I don't think you should ever lend your key out to somebody, and you should never have your key available to young children nearby.
Now, I remember hearing about some tragic accidents around the drain covers.
Yes, there has been several drownings due to drain covers. You should never swim in a pool that is missing its drains. This is what a drain cover looks like. If this is ever missing from the bottom of the pool, you should not be swimming near that drain. Also, never let your children play around those drains. If there is ever an issue with that drain, do not let your kids swim in the pool.
Okay. And is there any time when we or our children just should not enter the pool at all?
If you ever see the pool and it looks murky or dirty, you shouldn't swim in it. There might be an issue with the filtration of the chemicals. Also, if you ever hear thunder or see lightning nearby, or there's a good chance of severe weather, you should not be in that pool area.
Now, I've seen some facilities have an adult swim. Can you talk to us a bit about that?
An adult swim is a 10-minute period, usually on the hour, that we use that time to test the water, make sure it's safe, and do a safety check of the facility, make sure there's nothing out of place or unsafe. It's also a very good time for the lifeguards, if there's a lifeguarded pool, to take on water and kind of freshen up, make sure they're alert. Also, it's a great time for kids to just take a break. Kids can just get so tired swimming.
Yeah. Now, what are your feelings about sending older kids to the pool without an adult?
Well, first and foremost, make sure the kids are a strong swimmer and that they're old enough and mature enough to be at the pool without an adult.
Now, being a strong swimmer certainly aids with your safety at the pool, but at what age would you recommend that we give swim lessons to our children?
Typically, a lot of people like starting between 3 and 5 because there is a certain period of time it takes to get the kids comfortable with the water before we can actually teach them to swim. Swimming is one of summer's favorite pastimes, and that being said, our business is to make sure the pools are clean and safe for both adults and children. Our business ultimately is to make sure that these pools are safe but fun for families.
We've received some great tips today. For more HomeSense ideas, visit us at huntmidwest.tv.